Okay, we got an exciting video for you today. It's about 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm really exhausted and I woke up with a little bit of a scratchy throat. But I wanted to get this information out to you because I've been getting a lot of emails from people that I'm helping getting online. And the main question, and one that I had when I first started out, was exactly how do you go about finding a niche, a market that you can sell to? I remember when I first got online, I had picked up several different books and a lot of them went over ways to find niches and markets. And basically, all a niche is, it is a subcategory of a larger category or a submarket of a larger market. For example, weight loss. That is a huge market and profitable, but it has a lot of competition, and it's something that the way we're going to market, we don't want to go that broad. We want to find specific markets within that larger market. For example, if we go into the weight loss industry, we could decide we want to do fast weight loss, and we could even break it down further to how to lose weight quickly before a wedding, or before a trip, or before summer, bikini season. These are smaller targeted niches with less competition, and people are probably going more willing to buy if they have that small of a target. So, for example, if somebody is looking for information on how to lose weight before a wedding, they're pretty motivated to do it, and they might want to go ahead and buy the product that we have to offer. Now, I always focus on three major markets. They're called evergreen markets. All right, it's health, wealth, and happiness. I also look at current trends, like going green, or ways to save on energy, things like that, things that are top of mind and in the news. One of the biggest problems that you have is just way too much information. You're spread way too thin. You don't know which one to focus on. And my ebook gives you at least a dozen different places you can go to, like Amazon, eBay Pulse, ClickBank Engine, Yahoo groups, different areas where you can start getting ideas of what people are talking about and what's selling. I debated on whether I should include all those resources, and I went ahead and did it in the book because they are great resources. You can go and you can start stretching your mind a little bit and start thinking like a marketer. However, this is the one thing that most of the books don't do. Most of the experts don't give out, and I don't know why, but I'm going to walk you through exactly the one and only source that I use to find information for different topics when I want to start a campaign. Now, I need you to understand this and understand it clearly. We need to get laser focused on not only our market, but on our marketing procedures. All right, we're not going to build a list right now. We're not going to use pay-per-click. We're not going to use a bunch of social media different sites. We are going to use article marketing. We're going to write articles on our specific topic. We're going to submit them to online directories, and we're going to drive traffic to our free sites that we've created either by blog or Squidoo lenses. All right, very simple, straightforward. I still do it to this day. All right, we are also going to get laser targeted on what we're going to sell. We are not going to become an affiliate over at Amazon and make 2% off of something we sell. We're not going to sell physical products. We are going to sell ebooks, how-to information, and we're going to find that in just one place, clickbank.com. All right, now later we're going to expand, but having too much information to me is more dangerous than not having enough information at all, because you don't get good at any one thing and you start spreading yourself way too thin. You try way too many things and none of them succeed, and then you get frustrated and you quit. All right, that is not what we want to happen here. I want you to be successful. I want you to start seeing money in your account very quickly, and that way it gets you motivated and moving forward. So I am going to show you the only resource that you need right now to get started and to find a profitable niche. All right, I'm going to answer the questions that I get. All right, so right now I am over at the website www.dummies.com/store. Okay, this is the Dummies site, and one thing that you always need to remember when you're looking for a market is that if somebody has invested a large amount of money to market to that group of people, then there's a good chance that there's money to be made there. one of the most expensive ways to get information to people is to actually publish a physical book. You have to pay the author, you have to pay printing, delivery, shipping, all that kind of stuff. It's a huge investment putting out a actual physical book. And the Dummies series of books understands this. They're not going to publish a book on a specific topic if they haven't done their research to make sure that there's a market of buyers and that those people will put down their money to buy the information. If they can get the information for free, or if they go to a professional source to get it, there's no sense in writing the book. All right, so we are at the Dummies/store page. Don't go to the Dummies homepage because they make it a little difficult to find your way to the store. So I have a link below the video. You can just click right there. All right, the first thing you'll notice is they have featured titles. These are just things that they think people would be interested in at the moment. I generally don't really look at this. I just give it a quick glance. What I want to do is look over here to the left, and I want to see, let me scroll down here for you, this list of categories that we have. Okay, and I want to look, and I want to start with our evergreen markets of health, wealth, and happiness. All right, let's just look for the first one. Well, there it is, health. Let's click there. And we go down and we see that they've decided to give us some more subcategories. All right, let's just go diet and nutrition. I know that that is a big market. All right, and they break down from A to Z all the different books that we have available. And this is pretty cool because right off the bat, I see a very interesting niche. Conquering childhood obesity. All right. We know that this is big right now because Nintendo Wii has just come out with the Wii Fit. Basically has all their marketing is revolving around a family and the kids and getting up off the couch, still playing the video games, but getting interactive with it, getting a workout. So we know that this is top of mind right now. And this is pretty cool that our very first one we came to looks pretty interesting. All right, the next thing we need to do is we need to see if they will give us a chapter out of this book that we can read and get familiar with what this niche is all about. So we're going to click here and we're going to look for this box. Not all of them have it, but we see that we're allowed to read a chapter. We can look at the table of contents and we can look at the index. This is really cool. This is what we need right now. All right, they give you a brief description on this first page of what is inside this book, and I really don't look at this too much because it's just real quick. What I generally go to is the table of contents and see if we have some different ideas for articles that we're going to write. All right, whenever we start to look for a market or a niche that we're going to go after, we need to make sure that we can structure enough articles to put out there to the article directories. And we're going to go over how to write articles, how to title them, how to do resource boxes, how to submit them to the article directories, and how to drive traffic to your sites. But right now you just need to keep in mind though that there's two things we need to think about when we write an article. We need the search engines to find that article, and then we need the people, once they find the article, to find it interesting enough to want to read it. And they're going to do that through the title. Okay, so not only do we have to structure our title to be interesting to the eventual reader, but we need to structure it so the search engines can find it. So let's just say, and we're going to go over really, really in depth how to find keywords. And keywords are basically just words that people use when they're searching for a specific topic. So somebody might, if they have an overweight son or daughter that's sitting on the couch playing video games, and they're hearing on the news how dangerous this is, leading to childhood diabetes and cancers and heart disease later on in life, they might go in and type just these two words, childhood obesity. All right. Now that's still pretty broad, but for the sake of argument right now, and because we really haven't got into keyword research, let's just say that we chose this term right here, childhood obesity, to target. Everything from this point on out, we're going to design our articles and our lenses with childhood obesity as the two keywords that we're trying to hit. Okay, so everything in our article titles, our Squidoo Lens titles, throughout our article and throughout our Lens page, we're going to use the word childhood obesity at about a 2 to 5% amount of times compared to all the other words on the page, and we'll go into all that frequency and all that. Right now, let's look and see if we've got some cool titles that we can pick up and not have to use our own brain to come up with them. So, understanding childhood obesity. Okay, that's pretty cool. But look here, we can go childhood obesity, comma, the growing problem of childhood obesity, and it's always good to use your keywords twice in a title. Childhood obesity, comma, facing the physical effects of childhood obesity, the damage you don't see, hurting from the inside out, the emotional effects, the basics of good nutrition, cooking up a healthier lifestyle, when you can't be there, conquering tempting scenarios. Right here's a pretty cool way. They got 10 reasons lifestyle changes will make a difference. 10 tips for maintaining weight loss. A lot of people, when they go on the internet, they like to find information quickly. And if they see something like childhood obesity, comma, 10 tips, they know that they can go get that information. It's going to be in little blocks of text and that they can pick up these tips really quick. So using numbers or reasons or lists is always a good idea in your titles. Not only can the search engines find your keywords, once you're listed and other people find your articles, there's a pretty good chance they're going to click on them, because if you have 10 fun ways to fit exercise into your child's day, that's great. To cut fat and calories from your family's diet, cool. People are looking for quick fixes on things. So we see right here that we're given at least 20 different title possibilities that we can use, all revolved around the keyword childhood obesity. This is really good information. Another great thing is we can actually read a chapter from this book. All right, looking for answers. All right, well, isn't that what our market, isn't that what they're doing? We're trying to give them answers to their questions. Yes, exactly. So we can work through this, and you have to understand that when a publisher puts out a book, all this part of this process right here has been designed to make you want to buy the book. Most people will go into Barnes and Nobles, and if they're looking for information on childhood obesity, they'll pick up a book, they'll scan through the table of contents, and they'll see if it's something that would give them the answers they're looking for. A lot of books are written, very long-winded, and they can't find the information. The dummies books are specifically geared to grab you right off the bat with table of contents and hit you in the face and and give you an answer to every question you have right on the table of contents. No, they don't go into detail, but if you're worried about, okay, I need some recipes, or I need some activities, or what are the dangers of childhood obesity, they answer those right in the titles. So that's exactly what we want. This is the best resource that's been professionally designed, because there's a lot at stake if this book were to fail. They've designed it. They've done the market research. They know people are buying it. They know what people are looking for when they go to buy it. And it answers just every question that we would have as marketers. It's just the best place you can go to, and the only resource that I use right now to find ideas. So this is really cool. Okay, we can get in here and understand childhood obesity, the growing epidemic. We can scare people into buying the book. No, our whole goal is to help people. So we want to make sure that we can put out there what are the real dangers, of childhood obesity, and why they need to take corrective action. And I'm going to interject right here in the health category that if people are going to go get these answers from a professional source, you're going to have trouble selling a book to them. One thing that's cool about the health market is that a lot of people in America either don't have insurance or they're underinsured, meaning that they have high deductibles or large copays. So if your child is a little overweight, a lot of people may go online and look for a book written by a credible source that could give them the answers they need and allow them to take the actions to solve this problem. They're probably not going to go to the doctors and pay a deductible, have a doctor sit there and give them a plan, and then pay a copay for that. So this is a market that we could go to and people would probably go online or to a bookstore and buy a book on it. All right. Now, if your child had autism, yeah, they may go try to find that information online, especially after they've gone to the doctor and it's been diagnosed. But they're going to get a lot of their information from a professional source. So why would they buy it online? And I haven't looked into that market. They may. I don't know. What we would need to do from that point on is see if people are actually selling it online, and we're going to go really deep into finding out if there is a market for the product that we're trying to sell. Right now, we're just trying to get ideas. And one thing I want to stay focused on is not spread yourself too thin. You're not going to want to go in here, find an idea, go find keywords for it, go build a Squidoo lens, go write articles, submit them, and then call it a day. That's not the way the process works, because none of it is going to be well thought out and well delivered. Basically, on a Sunday afternoon, I know my kids are out playing, they're doing their thing, and my daughter takes her nap about 2 o'clock. So I'll get online around 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, and I'll go over here to the dummies whenever I'm thinking of starting up a new campaign, and this is exactly what I'll do. And this is all I'll do on a Sunday. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm going to go find one or two good ideas for campaigns. On Monday morning, I'm going to go in and I'm going to see if there's a market for this, if people are actually selling a product, an informational product. If there's competition out there, that's what we want, because then we can go in and we can look at what the competition's doing, and we can reverse engineer their whole sales process and make it our own. And in the next video, which is really cool, and nobody shows you this much either, is we're going to go to ezinearticles.com, and we're going to do searches for what we've decided we're going to sell, and we're going to find the top authors that are promoting those products. And the cool thing about ezines is you're not allowed to blatantly sales pitch. So there isn't a bunch of garbage there. They actually have to give you good, valuable information. So not only can we learn more about our topic, but we can see how experts have designed their articles, and they're not just giving this information out, for no payback. Most of them have designed this to eventually sell something. So what we'll do is we'll go find the absolute best authors. We'll find the articles they've written. We'll dissect them from front to back, from titles to the first paragraph, the body of the article, the resource boxes. We'll click through. We'll find where they're going, whether they're using blogs or Squidoos or have their own web pages. We'll find out what their sales process is. We'll click through. We'll find out what they're selling. We'll go to that sales page. We'll look at that information, see if they have an affiliate program, and that'll let us know, okay, well, here's a great process. This guy's invested so much time into articles that he's become a top author at ezines. He's obviously making money, or he wouldn't keep doing it. Then we'll go and we'll do a Google search, and we'll see if people are actually paying to advertise this product, and then we'll know that we have a good market. Okay, so for now we found one that looks really pretty interesting here. Okay, we can go back here and we can scroll through. Diabetes cookbook, dieting, eating disorders, food allergies. That's a pretty cool one. My daughter is allergic to peanuts. That was pretty scary when we found that out. Healing foods, living gluten-free. Okay, never would have thought of that one, but there is a physical book written about it. So obviously, this is important to people, and people are buying it. Low-calorie dieting. You'll see a lot of dieting books, macrobiotics, nutrition. Okay, so pretty much this general category can give us some niches, and I really like this one. I'm going to look at that a little more later. All right, now the other thing is, we got health, wealth, happiness. Happiness is self-help relationships. So we can go here. All right, we can start scrolling through here. Addiction and recovery, anger management, anxiety, aromatherapy. We can scroll through here. Bipolar. I'm sure I'd really go there, because these are things that we know that people are going to get professional help for. I mean, I could look at it. Let's see, dating for dummies, depression, destination weddings for dummies. Okay, weddings is a huge market, and I hadn't really thought about destination weddings. This is great, because what we could do is, obviously people are looking for information on places that they can go to get married instead of in their hometown. So that might be good. Divorce for dummies. One thing I want to mention here Divorce for dummies. Whenever we're looking at a niche, we want to take the emotional temperature. We want to find something that people are thinking about often. All right, our childhood obesity. Every time you see your son or your daughter, if they climb the stairs and they're out of breath or they're just sitting on the couch, you're going to think about that quite often. How dangerous a situation that is for your child. If you're going through a divorce, that's something you're going to think about constantly all day long. That's a high emotional temperature of the market. We want to also, if we can find a market that has transition involved in it as well, this is definitely transition. You're going from a marriage to a divorce, or say you lose your job, you're going from employed to unemployed, or you're trying to find a new job, or you've lost your girlfriend, you're going from being a couple to being single. So anytime you can combine high emotional temperature, something that's thought about constantly all throughout the day, and combine it with transition, you've got a very powerful market to sell to. So divorce is always good. Elder care. Look at this. Our population is getting older. The baby boom generation is getting older. A lot of people have just lost a lot of money that they would have used to take care of themselves when they got older. So this might be a good market to look at. Pretty cool. Grieving. Okay. Happiness, hypnotherapy, and we can just scroll through here and we can get different ideas. Meditation, neuro-linguistic programming, online dating, and this one's got quite a few. Anxiety, personal development, philosophy, post-traumatic stress disorder might be a good one. Quit smoking is a big market. I've never seen this. This looks pretty cool. I don't even know what this is, but obviously there's a market for it because there's a physical book. Pronounced Reiki. That looks pretty cool. I would click into this to see what this is all about. And great, it actually is going to give us a chapter and table of contents. This is all just basically a big sales pitch for us to get us to want to go buy this book. And it's all the information that we need to set up a campaign. It's pretty awesome. Kind of gives you a description, for children, adults, surgery, birth, a lot of different areas we can go into. Symbols. One thing that's really important for you to remember when we're looking for a niche is if people are passionate about it. And when people are passionate about something, they kind of create their own language. When I was in the dating and seduction market, I went to the forums to see, if people were actually talking about this topic, something that people think about a lot when they're younger and single, is finding a mate. And there's a whole sub-niche in that of people who want to learn how to pick up women. And they've got their own language. It was really weird when you went in there. It's kind of like texting. They used abbreviations for certain words. You really had to kind of learn the language in order to market to it. So we know that this has symbols. Anytime a group has symbols or their own language, they're passionate about the topic. So let's go to the table of contents. And we're looking for titles now. Okay, we know we're going to use that keyword, but we need to form something else. We can do Reiki, the art of channeling life force energy. These are all really pretty cool titles. This is something that I didn't even know was here. I guess it's some life force you send out. I don't know. Becoming a professional healer. And then most of these books know that people like lists. And they're going to go, while they're scrolling through these table of contents in the physical book, they want to break it down to people who are just looking for information really quickly. Is this something that's going to help me? And they will, most of them have these lists, so 10 common myths, and we can find out a lot of information by that. Then we can go up here and we can read a chapter, and we can kind of get an idea of what Reiki is all about. All right, so this is definitely one that I would write down. This is definitely a niche, and I would write this down on Sunday afternoon, and I would get into the office on Monday, and I would run through some different procedures to see if there's actual market for this. All right, I'm going to pause for just a second. All right, I'm sorry about that. Got this scratchy throat going on. So this is really kind of a cool topic we've stumbled on here. So we just repeat this procedure. We can go into business investing. They got everything here. What we want to do is we want to go, and if they've got this little box here, is what we're looking for, so we can get more information. And we know that if there's a book on it that is probably going to sell, because this is a huge investment for this company to make in putting out this book, and they're not going to do it if they haven't done their market research, which is what we're doing right now, market research. So what I want you to do is spend some time at the Dummy store and start getting some ideas from some campaigns you want to do. Our next video, I'm going to pick one or two of these campaigns, and we're going to go over to easingarticles.com, and I'm going to show you exactly how to find the most successful marketers that are selling the products in that specific niche. We're going to learn a lot about article marketing just by seeing what the top experts do over there. We're going to click through, we're going to sell, we're going to see what they're selling, which is just awesome, because they're not going to spend all this time article marketing and have it not pay off. And if they've reached the top authors within specific categories, that means that they've had the most views, they've got the most articles, they've had the most published articles. They combine all that and give you the most successful writers out there. All right, and if that successful writer is selling a product, then he became successful because he kept doing it. He's obviously selling. So this is another thing that a lot of people don't show you how to do. I'm going to walk you, take your hand, walk you right through the whole process. It's exactly what I do. All right, so take some time, scroll through these, see if you can find 2 or 3 different markets you want to target, and we want to take the emotional temperature. All right, we want to know if it's something that people think about on a daily basis. Let's stay in the health, wealth, and happiness markets. See if there's any transition involved. If we want to get into, losing a loved one, grieving, that's definitely a transition. Breaking up. We're going to go into the Travis's affiliate program, The Magic of Making Up. We're going to dissect that as well in later videos. It's a great program he has that we can promote. And that's definitely emotional temperature. If your girlfriend just broke up with you, or your boyfriend, you're definitely going to be thinking about that, and you're transitioning from being a couple to now being single. So anyway, I just wanted to put this video out for you. I'm sorry that I had to clear my throat a few times there, but this is what you're not going to find anywhere else. I'm not going to give you 20 different things, send you out on your way for you to try to come up with ideas. This is the one resource that'll give you your very first campaign. All right, and if you pick it wisely, it will work. All right, and we're going to pick 1 or 2 of these, and we're going to build a campaign around it. That's what this program is going to do. Not going to leave anything to chance. Okay, so like I said, log in Dummies, go find a niche, get familiar with it, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.